Welcome back to the Reality Guys. I'm your host, Billy Blinks, joined as always by my co-host, Brian.
Go on, everybody.
We are back, night two for us here for the Traitors USA season 3. These are episodes 2 and 3. Check out our playlist. We have all of US so far. We obviously also are covering Traitors UK. That'll be the review that came right before this or after this. Uh, we did the premiere review last night. Go check that out and get our reactions and leading into the cliffhanger that we're picking up with Brian. We did have the cage challenge that we had at UK. We had a few roundtables. We are also left at another cliffhanger here going into next week. Brian, what did you think of the two episodes overall? And then we can kind of go from there.
Um, this is not a good 2 episodes for me, to be completely honest with you and the audience here. Everything that I didn't want to happen happened. And
It's true.
what I want to say on this video, I probably can't say because it would be too mean, but it was really hard. And you were asleep, but I was texting you. I was watching this, and like how you could tell my anger. I haven't even tweeted about it. That's how like mad I was. I I look, I didn't come into this game and I was like, oh, Wells is like amazing. But like I was like, oh, Wells is cool, whatever. Like losing Wells though, the first one, I was like, man, this is a tough hit. And then losing Tony, man, that took me over the edge. I was legitimately angry last night. I was really angry. And I mean, I already hate Carolyn to begin with, and I don't like anything that she did in so far in this game. I mean, Danielle's terrible. Drag Queen Bob is terrible, but like Boston Rob even disappointed me big time. Trader, like I think the traders are just looking very lame.
Traders were looking lame. I really, again, it's crazy to say. I was agree with you. I've had enough of Carolyn already. What I'm going to say though is what I was said on the review last night. She's going to last. She's going to last because everyone just knows she's crazy. She is
Yeah.
crazy. Everything she does can be so friggin' sus, and they're just gonna be like, "Oh, it's crazy Carolyn." And again, and I thought that was going to play well for
Traders.
some of the other traders as well, because I thought they had personalities that they were going to react the same way no matter what. But I was wrong. And frankly, out of the two, I actually was really disappointed in Bob. I thought he should have just
Yeah.
played off the accusations, and he went ham. He battled, and then he went to go make buddy buddy with him after the fact. And I'm like, Bob, you're not like in control. And either is Danielle.
No.
And and frankly, I agree with you with Boss Rob. I thought it was a punk move. I thought it was a punk move to take Tony out like that. And you know what? You know why? Because you didn't have to give him your shield the night before. I don't think he wasn't going to get taken out. So you just did that just to build him up, just to take him out a night later. It just makes no sense to me.
So the only reason it annoys me, and I mean, he even admitted that, like, look, I'm gonna do something I'm not gonna like in a confessional. He did say that. Like
Yeah, they did
he's
prompt
the
it.
only one of the traders that I think is actually playing like I'm playing like the team game, which I actually kind of respect. I mean, he looking like a bum after that, and it's gonna be. I'm interested to see like how Derek, like he came in with Derek and Wes, how they're gonna react to it because like he's like a survivor. You know what I mean? Like he's
Yeah, yeah.
battling as an alliance. He's gonna have a spotlight on him, but um. I saw a bunch of comments like we don't know like this was also edited. Like he could have also said something else leading up to it to like Tony was a goner anyways. I just don't think it needed to be said. That's sorry for the hiccups here. That's the kind of where I'm just like disappointed in Rob because I think he had a pretty good he's not talking he's doing what we say. You cannot talk so much. And that's I don't know what is with Big Brother in this game, but they suck. I have no respect for them at all. They're terrible, 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 terrible traders. Oh, and what's her name? Danielle's like, oh, my acting's so good. I'm like, you look like a fool, like with your tears. And Bob's crying too. Like, why are you crying? You've been there for 24 hours. What is this?
It reminds me of Linda from the UK that we'll talk about in our next review.
Yeah,
It's like
but
the
she's a
crocodile
civilian.
tears.
Yeah, just
The crocodile tears.
God, it just looks so dumb.
Wait,
And
oh, you know what else? Let's while we're still on the Tony topic, let's not let this go. You know what else can kick rocks? Bob. Bob
Bobby
H.
H.
Bob H.
Yeah,
The
he disappointed me.
H
He
is for hell
disappointed
of a
me.
guy, huh? What an asshole. What a douchebag. What is the chivalry bullshit? What is this white knighting bullshit Bob's pulled the first three episodes? One man stepping up. Tony. What? Why? Why Tony? Because Tony's like in shape and like better. What else, Tony? Go call any of the. I don't see you calling out Tom Sandoval. I don't see you calling anybody else out. Like, again, what is it? The dog with a bone that dude had with Tony. He blew the dude's game up.
Yeah, and Tom Sandoval did the same thing with like Brittany at a round table too. It's like, why are people searching? And you can tell these people that are the ones that don't really play these type of games. Like they just can't even. They like to talk, and they can't even help. They can't even help themselves.
Dog, they like six different people that got voted for, and I'm glad. And you knew it was the end for Wells when they showed him say that. He's like, too many burn votes. These people just voting for these
Uh,
one-offs and shit, and they're all just. It literally reminds me of like preschoolers turning around like what their favorite like TV character was and
yeah.
who the biggest bad guy is. They're like, I really think Tom, I know you've cheated, so
Oh, dude.
I would like
We said this in the
Chriselle
video.
kick rocks.
Yeah, that was
Unreal.
brutal. I'm
Like
friends with your ex.
brutal.
Hey, newsflash. You know what I loved when Wes came into the game and he's like, this idiot is giving me bad information. He doesn't even know his name because other reality TV shows are way above Vanderpump Rules. I know everyone thinks that that's like the scandal of like the century, but no one gives a shit from these other
Um,
main franchises.
I'm glad you said Wes because Wes had the quote of the first three episodes when he was describing the Zac Efron's brother about how you should play the game. Anyone but me. I don't care who gets eliminated. I don't care if they're faithful. I don't care if they're traitors. Anyone but me. Thank God someone is finally. I think that is the first time, frankly, someone just said it like that in like the
Yes.
6 seasons or 5 seasons we've watched combined. It's like, I don't, that's how I would play the game. I'm not going to really try to sniff you bastards out. I'm not getting eliminated. So if
Yeah.
there's somebody I know is going to gun for me, then I'm going to gun for them. Besides that, look at myself for freaking eliminated. Like
Yeah.
these people.
That's why I really wish we could have seen Johnny Bananas a few weeks last season because I think he would have been probably the same way because it's and maybe that's why there's not a lot of challenge people because
They're too smart.
it, yeah, and it annoys me. Like I like having the variety, but like the pettiness and the honestly the stupidity just kind of really pisses me off. And I'm really just bitter because of like the people who have gone home and like I cannot listen to another Carolyn confessional.
You're
I
gonna
don't
have
know
to
what
listen
I'm
to about
gonna
800 more
do.
Brian.
I'm
She keeps
so
going
scared.
unless
Ah!
unless the other traders decide to axe her
Oh,
because they're trying to throw her. They were trying to throw her.
I
Bob was
was
trying to
hoping they
throw
would. I
her
was praying they
in the
would.
casket game, which is like
But
basically
that's
trying
also
to out
dumb
her.
of them.
Yeah, it was dumb, and that's
It's
why they
so
stopped it.
dumb.
But again, it does show that like she does get on people's nerves enough that they were actually considering it. Well, Danielle and Bob were considering it. Rob was like, "That's stupid."
Well, I just think that they think that Danielle and Bob think they're so good at what they're doing is
Yeah,
like
they're
they
dumb.
think Carolyn's beneath. Like it pains me to say that Carolyn is the best position trader at the moment, and it like pains me to say that because
It's
I want
truth.
her. I don't want to see another. I want her out the second that I can. I cannot watch another second of her. She's awful TV to me.
Look, I think overall, I'm enjoying the first. I've enjoyed the first three episodes overall, right? I there's different little bit for you.
Mm.
Just a quick aside for those who are like us watching UK at the same time. I do like that they changed the cage game to anyone who gets enough
Yeah,
coins, right?
that's good.
In the UK, it was just the first two to land,
Hmm.
which I thought was unfortunate, right?
Yeah,
Because we didn't get a trader out of it. We did at least get a trader out of this one.
you're right.
Um, where do you cut? I mean, where do we leave off at the very end? Where are we at the very
They're
end?
at the they're picking who they're gonna put in the coffins.
Uh, you're right. You're right.
So again, we'll have to see how it goes. It's not.
The secret missions. We'll see how they get murdered in person. The cough. I wonder if they're going to do the coffins.
What do you mean?
I wonder if they're going to do the same thing that the UK is
No.
doing.
Oh, I think they're going in a coffin. I
Yeah.
really do. I think they're gonna do the hammer. They really emphasize the hammer thing.
So it's different games to pick the people, but it's going to be the same game.
Yeah, I think it's gonna be yeah, which is
So
good. Like a little twist up,
the,
but we still kind of get the idea of what's going on.
it's we won't spoil the game, but it is a card game that I think
Yeah,
it's pretty good one. Honestly,
yeah,
it works well for this for traders.
yeah.
Um,
I'm trying to look at
yeah,
my notes, see what other stuff. Just like
yeah, I mean, look, I think those were really the main points. We lost a couple of really good players, over these episodes, like Dorinda. Wells, Tony, and then frankly, like I said, the bad performances and sus performances of traitors like Bob, Danielle, and Boston Rob, along with Carolyn being annoying. It's a nice dynamic. It's going to be
Yeah,
interesting now for us to go for USA now back to one episode a week. I did like
yeah.
having multiple episodes, even if we did them over multiple days. It was nice. It's why I
Hmm.
still do love UK a little bit more. I just like their format a little better.
Yeah,
The
because you,
three a
you get
week.
you get a lot of plot points in the week. And I want to just say this is the first time probably watching that I'm rooting for the faithful
Yeah, I can agree with that for sure. I agree with
because
that for sure.
Dylan is the one. I don't want to put the stink on him like because I'm like the hand of death here, but I want Dylan to stick around because I want him to. I want him to be there when.
Yeah, Zach
uh,
Efron's brother's great.
Yeah, he's the pilot Pete of the season so far. He's playing the game like these. He's clocking people on the second round table.
And nothing for us to hate him for like we could have for Pilot Pete if you knew Pilot Pete's just like bachelor history, right? So
Yeah,
it's nice
they
to have
just
just
like
like a baby face.
they basically yelled like talking loud doesn't make you sound like it doesn't make you sound smart. And that's what I think a lot of these celebrities think they do. They just talk loud. Like all the housewives do that.
Yeah, they treat it like there's a little bit to say they're treating it like a Bravo show.
Yeah, and Dylan's just like he would react like I think any normal person in the setting of these people is like you make your points are valid. You have literally Bob in the back of a corner, and you're like what you're saying right now is everything you're saying that I'm doing, you're doing the exact same thing,
Yep.
and just has him like completely checkmated. And like you said, like coming out of it, like you can do whatever you want. Like that to me just screams that
I'm
you're
glad you have it in you, bro. It's like, all right, dude. But he did the right thing, so I'm gonna back off and wait it out. And I think that's what you need to do now. Good premiere week. Like I said, go check out our thoughts on the premiere. Check out our thoughts, like I said, on UK. If you are, a fan of British reality TV, Love Island All Stars starts next week, so Brian and I will be around for that. So follow along with us, covering a bunch of other shows. Love Is Blind Germany, staying on that side of the pond. Week 2 just finished. Brian and I will be reviewing that tonight. Bravo shows Southern Charm, Southern Hospitality. Hospitality review is out. Charm review will be out tomorrow morning as well. So you'll get your Charleston fix. Uh, Everything and anything in between, guys. Just go check out the playlist. Check out our TikTok, Instagram, Twitter, all at The Reality Guys. But until next time, for myself and Brian, thank you so much for watching. Peace.